Hey everybody, Jake here from Bearded Gear. Just got to the top of my hike. I'm enjoying my mate, and I figured I would show you guys another fun pocket knife. This is my Spyderco Para3. The Para3 is just such a fantastic EDC knife. This knife makes it in my pocket as much or more than anything that I currently have in my collection. Now that I've got a really nice PM2 again, we'll see which one I carry more. I tend to flip-flop between the two. But this is literally just a scaled down version of the infamous Spyderco Paramilitary 2. You'll see that on mine I have this Lynch Northwest deep carry clip. This clip has been shaped specifically for the Para3 and it works fantastic. The clip on the Para3 from factory is the worst. The clip is actually fine. It's the same clip that Spyderco uses on just about everything. It's their spoon clip. But the way that it mounts with that lanyard hole there is atrocious in my opinion. There's so much of the butt of this knife that sticks out of your pocket, and I like my knives to disappear in the pocket and be pretty well hidden. So this is a fantastic answer to that. These Lynch clips are great. It's a bent piece of titanium. It looks awesome. I feel like it matches the knife well. But yeah, this is no average Para3. This is the Maxamet version. I'm pretty sure these are a sprint run, although a ton of retailers have them. I've seen them go off and on. I don't know if they're still making them. When I got mine, it was pretty expensive, but totally worth it. Maxamet is an insane steel. It's a micro melt steel. I don't know if you're a steel nerd. I'm not a super steel nerd, but I do pay attention to it. And what I have found is I have used this knife a ton over the last, I don't know, I've probably had it for a year now, and I have never stropped it, never sharpened it, and I have seen no deformations on this edge. As an EDC knife, for the typical stuff I'm doing, running through cardboard, opening up boxes, cutting apples, whatever it is, this steel is just incredible. I'm excited to see how my 10V PM2 does in comparison, because that should be right on par with this as well. I have had a lot of Para3s. I've had the lightweight version. I've had a couple of different sprint runs. I've had two, I think, in S30V. I had one in S110V. I've just had a lot of them over the course of my time in the knife community. But eventually I got to a point where I just wanted to settle on one. I was kind of done chasing all the sprints and exclusives and then selling them shortly after because people were offering me money for them. And so I decided to get this one because it was a pretty plentiful version. It's not like it's gone up crazily in value. If it has, it's not much at all. But it's just probably the best steel that has come out thus far on a Para3. And I really like the G10 color. I really like the setup on it. I like that it's a satin blade. It's just a great Para3 for me. So I'll go ahead and turn the camera around for a moment, even though I've been up pretty close here for you. That way you can see it from the other side in hand. But there's my Para3. All right, there is the Para3 with a view. Like I mentioned, this deep carry clip is perfect. Only a very little bit of it sticks out of the pocket with this clip installed. You can see with that lanyard hole the way they placed it. I do not know why they did that. I've heard a ton of people complain about it. I will add my voice to it. I don't use lanyard holes. I think they're frankly kind of pointless. I get that some people want them, but I'm not in that camp. So the fact that this clip placement was kind of sacrificed for a giant lanyard hole there is a little bit bothersome to me. But the clip at least remedies that for the most part. But yeah, action on this Para3 is probably the best action I've had on any Para3 that I've ever owned. It is just perfect, absolutely goals. You can see this edge is still pristine after quite a bit of EDC use, and this knife for my size hand actually fits really well. I can get all 4 fingers on it. I have hands that are on the smaller end. I wear a men's medium glove most of the time, sometimes large, but yeah, this knife, even without using the forward choil, I fit. With the forward choil, I got plenty of room, and it's just ergonomically a knife that works super well for me, especially for actual using. for real hard use. This knife goes great in my hand. I like that big thumb ramp so I can push forward, get a lot of forward pressure right there on the blade. It's balanced well. It's just a fantastic, fantastic EDC knife. And if you're familiar with the knife community, you probably know that a lot of people already love this. I'm not the first to rave about the Para3 for carry. I love the Paramilitary 2 as well, but this being about a 1/2 inch shorter blade, about a 1/2 inch shorter handle, I think it's just scaled down. It makes a lot of sense when I don't want something as big as the PM2 in my pocket, which does happen for me every now and then, depending on what I'm wearing, where I'm going, how I'm feeling that day, what I plan on doing. Sometimes the PM2 is a little bit big for my liking, and so this is an excellent, excellent option, and having it in Maxamet steel to complement my 10V PM2, I feel like is just kind of the ultimate combo. So I'm really happy with where I've ended up on the Paramilitary 2 and Para3 to have them in these configurations. But yeah, there you have it. Hopefully this is insightful and enlightening for you.